Well, we're just 2 days away from peak hurricane season, so of course eyes continuing to be off on the Atlantic. Of course, we're still tracking Hurricane Lee. Maybe you've heard a little bit about it in the past couple of days. It quickly intensified. Now a Category 5 storm. Just a few hours ago, winds were 180 miles per hour. Even now that it has weakened just a bit to 165, that's still a Category 5 hurricane, and it's going to hold that at least until the first half of the weekend. A major hurricane until Monday, Category 4. Really going to be something to watch. On top of that, we've got another named storm off in the Atlantic. We've got Tropical Storm Margot, and that is just off the coast of Africa. So, of course, a lot to kind of keep an eye on as we head into peak hurricane season. Good news is, at least, as we're continuing to play these models out, so these are ensembles. They're made up of multiple computer-generated models, and they kind of give us an idea of where the path could be. And the good news is it still looks like it's going to be taking that sharp turn off to the north. That's thanks to a trough that's going to be over the continental U.S., and that's going to push it and keep it out at sea. So maybe if you have some vacation plans at the coast next week or not in the clear just yet, still something we need to watch. But good news, at least for those around the mid-Atlantic. Locally, we're tracking much calmer weather. We've got that system off to our west there. We're seeing those severe thunderstorm warnings still across part of the region like Arkansas into Missouri as well. But I think we're going to get lucky. That should pass just to our southeast. Temperature-wise, we're still cool. We've got upper 50s over in Carbondale, and look at that. That's even cooler than Detroit up there in the low 60s. It's going to be a cool start to our day. Those upper 50s sticking around with us for a little while longer. Few 60s on the board down into the Boot Hill with Kennett and Sykes and Murray as well. Mid-50s, though, for Mount Vernon. As you're out the door this morning, two things. Make sure you grab a jacket. It's going to be on the cooler side. And then also, we're still tracking some patchy fog. So give yourself a little extra time this morning. That's going to stick around until about 8 a.m. We'll quickly warm up into the 70s by mid-morning. But overall, it's a beautiful end to the work week. As we go into the weekend, conditions are still going to feel a lot like fall. We're tracking unseasonably cool weather, a couple of passing clouds. As we go into next week, that unsettled pattern does return. There's a chance of rain to start our next work week. Right now, though, a few clouds still hanging around by mid-morning, still seeing that over our western counties. Temperatures somewhere in the mid to upper 60s. By the afternoon, quickly warming up in the mid to upper 70s, and that's as warm as it's going to get today. Very fall-like, and the best part is no humidity, so it's actually going to feel like these temperatures. Kickoff time for Friday Night Lights somewhere in the low 70s. Beautiful conditions. Winds stay steady out of the north, and that's going to keep us cool for the rest of today, even into the weekend. Upper 50s as we start our Saturday, so if you're out early in the morning, just be aware of that. And then again, we quickly warm up by mid-morning into the upper 60s, low 70s. Beautiful conditions today. Definitely grab that pumpkin spice latte this morning. Partly cloudy skies by lunchtime and into the afternoon. Those winds staying steady out of the north, and that's going to keep our temperatures nice and cool, not only today, but then into the weekend. Partly cloudy skies to start the weekend, ending on a much more sunnier note. Temperatures a couple degrees warmer because of that. The cooler weather is here to stick around at least for a little bit longer. Average high for this time of year, usually about 83, 84 degrees, so that's what we're going to stay below. Storm Track 3 app always coming in handy, especially with radar, but I still think you can give that a break for a couple more days. Partly cloudy skies Friday and Saturday. We have mostly sunny to end the weekend. As we go into the next work week where you see that next disturbance come in, and it's really going to cool us off. Isolated showers could begin as early as Monday night, but definitely into Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday. Temperatures peaking Thursday, only 74 degrees, so it's definitely feeling like fall.
Beautiful temperatures, but I'm pretty sure that you're going to get a phone call to be the spokesperson for pumpkin spice. Like,
I hope so. That's the goal. So, yeah.
I'm vying for that spot.
Listen, I always wanted the RC Cola spot.
That's a good one.
I'm going to start working RC Cola into everything. All right, we got much more for you coming up after the break. Stay with us.